Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sean from the Phenomenal Bunch.
And it's me, John, and we're here to rank the top 5 wrestlers of 2018. And I think all of us can agree by saying that 2018 was not a good year at all.
Yeah, you had the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views that didn't really sit well with us fans. We didn't really enjoy them, and there was a lot of controversy surrounding them as well.
Yeah, a lot of controversy, just a lot of bad matches. Shane McMahon is the best in the world, apparently, according to WWE.
And then Brock Lesnar just had to regain the Universal Championship.
Right, and very bad booking all around. The tag team division being treated absolutely poorly. The women's division being treated poorly just so they could build up tag teams, like having terrible Boston Hug connection stuff going on this year. And one of the most things that had the most potential was the Shinsuke versus AJ Styles feud in the beginning of the year by having Shinsuke.
Not to mention a feud that me and you actually had really high hopes for.
Yeah.
And then they let us down.
Yeah, they let us down by having the matches be... We had like 6 matches before we could even like think about one of them being good. They just decided to throw 6 at us. Not to mention the Samoa Joe feud that was pretty bad as well. And just basically to sum up WWE's year, a lot of potential, a lot of money made, but not much done in terms of quality of the product.
But despite all that, these 5 slots, they've really stood out to us throughout this year. Yeah,
they somehow squeaked through bad booking and actually had fantastic years, I think. All of these people had a great year this year and were saving their respective shows, in our opinions.
Yeah, so, really giving us things to watch, giving us hope. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it, giving us hope.
Kicking off our list is... Shayna Baszler has had quite the year.
Yeah, she is one of the best female wrestlers of the year. In my opinion, she's having a better year than Ronda Rousey. I think.
Yeah, me and him actually had a really good debate about this.
Yeah, you wanted Rousey to take this spot, and I thought Shayna was better, and I thought she had to be included in our list. Mm-hmm. So therefore, she ended up making our list. I think she's better at promos. I think her matches feel less rehearsed, I guess you can say. And I love her moves, like her bicycle knee strike that she does. I love her Korokita clutch. She just seems so vicious in the ring. And she just looks like a competitor that can like just break anybody. She can like destroy anyone's arm or make him go to sleep.
Yeah, because I remember like in like a few of her matches we can see her wrestling, and then whenever she does anything vicious, it really sits with us.
Yeah,
like, oh, she did that.
Yeah, especially the move where she like bends someone's arm over and steps on it,
It's very much like Pete Dunne.
Yeah, very much like Pete Dunne. And very similar moves to Pete Dunne, like just like contorting each body part as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So, in my opinion, I think her best match of the year was against Kairi Sane at Evolution. I think that was a great match because that also introduced the Horsewoman. So I think she also has a lot of potential for next year, especially once they meet with Becky Lynch and Charlotte and all of them.
And also on top of that, she's also the only woman in NXT to be 2-time NXT Women's Champion.
Right.
So that's a huge plus as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just very excited to see what she does next year.
Next year, hopefully, maybe she'll be moved up to the main roster.
Hopefully,
and then she'll maybe start a feud with Ronda Rousey, or maybe join her in like a stable.
Yeah, I think they will join because then that'll make the 4 horsemen.
Yeah, because I feel like they're sort of teasing that with Ronda Rousey getting involved with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch's rivalry.
Yes.
And then, so who knows? She might make more of a significant impact when she moves up to the main roster.
And then speaking of making a significant impact on a roster, coming in number 4.
And shocking the system with their entry on the list, the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, we had to put all 4 of them in one spot. They're a tag team, so we allowed it. There's no way we can really separate them. Maybe if you want, you could take Bobby Fish out of it. He was he wasn't that active at all.
No, but he actually made up for it by with his return from injury, and then being like a huge MVP in the War Games match.
I just love the way Bobby Fish speaks. I love his kind of demeanor when he walks down the ramp. Him and Kyle O'Reilly are really good about that. Mm-hmm. And then Roderick Strong becoming heel at the beginning of this year, very smart move. I think, he has a very heel look and like a very heel way of speaking. I liked his underdog gimmick, but like it was getting a little stale. So I really enjoyed him in the Undisputed Era. And of course, like Adam Cole.
The leader of Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Always, I feel like that there's so many debates like who's going to be like the top dog when they move to the main roster. And
it has to be.
Everybody agrees it's going to be Adam Cole.
Right. I think he'll work better. I hope they bring him up as the Undisputed Era as well. Like, I don't know how long they can keep it up, but like I really hope they keep it up as long as possible. I think they'll make a great impact on the main roster. So
all four of these men have great chemistry together, and it's just like so great to watch them, work, to do what they do, to shock the system.
Right.
Like we mentioned before.
Well, what do you think was their best match of the year? I think the tag team matches they had with the British Strong Style is some of the best I've seen. Like, I love tag team wrestling, so those are some of my favorite matches. How about yours?
I would say War Games, because War Games they all of them had an opportunity to shine.
Right.
Like, you would think that it's such an overpacked match, they wouldn't really have much to work with. No, but they all four members shine. And we saw like everything like that they needed to offer. So that was great.
And also we can't forget Adam Cole versus Ricochet that happened. I forgot which takeover was.
I think it was
like
Brooklyn.
Takeover Brooklyn. So that was one of the best matches of the year. When the man comes around, you got to put him at number 3 on our top 5 list. Number 3 is Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so ever since she became the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, she's been really disregarded.
It wasn't until after SummerSlam this year where she finally started to pick up some steam, create the man gimmick.
The new heel character.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's heel. I mean, I'd say right now, well, she started off as a heel, but the fans got upset, and now she's kind of in between the face and heel mark. And
no, I feel like she was performing so well that whether she was face or heel, that the fans cheered for her no matter what.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, and the reason why I put her on the list is because she made SmackDown watchable for
especially the women's division.
Right. Yeah, she saved SmackDown for the second half of the year, so she deserves a spot on the list for sure.
And she really set the bar for women's wrestling as well.
Right.
With her, with her character and with her wrestling style.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different from other people's characters. Like, she's not a hugger, she's not a boss. She is just the man. Which is kind of it already sounds weird because she's a female wrestler calling herself the man. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. She did a lot of great stuff this year. In my personal opinion, my best match from her was the Last Man Standing match with Charlotte at Evolution.
Yeah, that one was great. It really. I feel like it was like one of the big, what's the word for it? Like big sort of like highlights of the pay-per-view, because I feel like when you say Evolution, you think about that match, that specific match, Becky versus Charlotte, Last Man Standing.
Yeah. Overall, a great year for her. I really hope they continue the man gimmick throughout. What do you think they're going to do with her and Ronda Rousey for next year?
Ronda Rousey, they were actually supposed to have a match, but then Nia Jax interfered with that, with the whole punch. That was really unfortunate. So I feel like they're going to really, apologize to us for that. So they're probably going to carry on the feud. Maybe next year we're finally going to see Ronda versus Becky, or we might see 4 horsewomen of UFC. Versus 4 horsewomen of WWE. We might see that.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff planned for these 8 particular superstars and wrestlers for next year. And cannot wait. Well, even though Becky Lynch was in between the face and heel mark, this person, we knew he was a complete heel, one of the best heels out there in any wrestling company, coming in at number 2. Tommaso Ciampa this year was someone that we just loved to boo. We wanted him to lose. We wanted him to get booed out of the building. He had nuclear heat every single time he came out to the ring. In fact, there was a long period of time this year where he did not even come out to entrance music. His entrance music was basically people yelling boo at him. And then he has some really cool entrance music right now. So what do you think about Tommaso Ciampa?
Tommaso Ciampa, I think like he's like a combination of all the heels throughout wrestling, and then it's just like morphed into like one heel.
Yeah, he does a good job of being heel in the ring, on the way to the ring, promos, and even on Twitter. I'm just super excited to see what he'll do on the main roster. I really hope he does not go to 205 Live or anything like that. Yeah, and he's been great as NXT champion.
I would say like a great highlight of Tommaso Ciampa this year is his rivalry with Johnny Gargano.
Right, yeah,
remember NXT TakeOver Chicago, but that we actually made a video about, in which Tommaso Ciampa turned his back on Johnny Gargano,
right,
which was like a huge, which was like really upsetting for us because we were like huge DIY fans. And this year, they carried on with that rivalry. And then with Tommaso versus Gargano, those matches were great.
Yeah, my favorite match of his this year, though, was his match against Velveteen Dream at War Games, and I thought that match was awesome. He did not have really any bad matches this year, to be honest. He's been having great matches with anybody, whether it's Otis Dosevich, or Aleister Black, or Johnny Gargano, or Velveteen Dream. Really anyone, he's having a great match. And he thankfully came back from knee injury this year, and then really taking advantage of that. That was his first takeover of the year. I'm super excited to see what he does next. And of course, the number one spot on our list is going to be the sole person that made Raw watchable. And coming in at number one, who else could it be besides Seth Rollins? He made Raw watchable. He made the Intercontinental Champion mean something more than Miz did. I love his open challenges, and I just love what he's been doing. His moveset, his everything, the tires. He should be the top guy right now, but he's not.
He should. And then, not to mention that he put on some stellar matches against Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Finn Balor, and a couple of other studs on the roster.
Yeah, my favorite match of his this year was the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania with The Miz, Finn Balor, and I don't know what else to say about him. He's just been doing so great this year. I mean,
although he did shine in that match, I would say where he also shined was his Intercontinental Championship match versus Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. That was a stellar match. Him and Dolph went at it, and Seth, was really spectacular in that match. I think you agree as well. Like, he was great in that match.
Yeah, I would agree. I love Dolph Ziggler and his matches with him. They had great chemistry this year. He just gelled well with anybody he was put in a feud with, whether it be Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman. Their stuff with the Shield coming back together. And then me and you do have differing opinions on the whole Dean Ambrose feud, but still, overall, his year was the best of anybody. He made Raw fun to watch just because of his matches. And I cannot wait to see what they do with him next year because he finally dropped the Intercontinental title.
So who knows, he might go after the Universal Championship?
I hope so. I think he should be a Rumble winner.
Rumble winner? Yeah, I can definitely see him winning the Rumble, and then challenging Brock Lesnar or whoever it is with the Universal Championship, and then I feel like he can and he probably will win the Universal Championship.
Yeah,
pretty soon.
At WrestleMania would be a nice place to do it because he cashed in the briefcase a few WrestleManias ago. Now having an actual one-on-one match there would be really cool.
And like he hasn't had a huge world championship in a long time.
Yeah, he hasn't had it in a very long time.
So I think the Universal Championship would be great for him to hold. He can finally bring some prestige to that title.
Since this is only a top 5 list, there are a lot of wrestlers that did not make their list, so we do have some honorable mentions to spill over the spotlight on them. What are your honorable mentions?
Mine were Pete Dunne, Andrade Cien Almas, and Aleister Black.
Yeah, and mine were Drew McIntyre, Johnny Gargano, and Velveteen Dream. So there you guys have it. That's our top 5 list with our honorable mention. What did you guys think of the year? Leave the list down in the comment section below.
If you guys have any suggestions for other wrestlers that did well this year, please let us know.
Right. And then make sure you guys leave a like on this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. We have some stuff coming up because we're both on winter break. So yeah, we're excited for 2019 of WWE, and we're excited to see what you guys think.
And we can't wait to bring more content. So thank you guys. Please stay tuned. Love and peace.
All right.